actually I didn't, our group didn't, but the groups behind us stopped traffic on 6th Avenue. It was very impressive. I saw a show on PBS not too long ago about a city in South America where they close their highways on Sundays that are in town. And they just close them and they turn them over to pedestrian traffic.
We had a quote from the mayor that was...
Have rights that aren't in cars.
Good point.
Some of the sidewalks being uneven with the curb. I think that was a problem.
Lots. I mean, I work at St. Mary's, and I wasn't really aware on how much ugly parking there is. There's no beautification to all that space, and there's a lot in that corridor there.
I guess I was more surprised by, I mean, I've always been able to walk almost anywhere and I don't have a problem with it, but looking at it from the point of view of someone that might have issues walking or problems with mobility, I mean, it would be really hard to get around if I couldn't walk like I can.
I think the intersections should be marked better. Pedestrian crossing, you know, both with the sign and the white markings.
I kept thinking about my friend Linda, actually, as I was walking, and she lives in the hillside, and how I'm always saying, let's go for a walk, but she, with her walker, she's not able to do it, I mean, physically. So I think that's what I kept having. I had about 45 aha moments, just putting myself in Linda's shoes with a walker and thinking about myself in a wheelchair.
That's 17%?
Yeah, and you know, I heard another statistic that in another year, 50% of our population is going to be over 50. Yeah. So.
When we stopped at the grassy area right there at St. Mary's and we're walking, that we lost the public sidewalk. All of a sudden we're walking up to the hospital. It just totally, we just totally missed it.
And many places have become footpaths. You need to edge them and cut out the grass in the cracks. And second issue, I'd like to see 4th Street, if possible, become an historical district so that we can return the storefronts to the way they used to look. They were pretty. And get some funding for those nice houses.
One of you mentioned something about not having a place near St. Mary's just to sit and enjoy. There is a parking lot across 4th Street on 5th Avenue on the corner. And I can envision part of that being used as a little pedestrian place with benches, maybe canopies overhead, as a pleasant place for residents as well as visitors and patients to park. And also, when it comes to 6th Avenue, I cross that street every day, that avenue. And I would like to see a no-turn, right turn on red on 6th Avenue and 4th Street. I have almost been hit many, many, many times by people making a turn and almost hitting me. No right turn on red at all. And I think it'd be...
At which intersections?
4th and 6th.
4th and 6th?
At 6th Avenue, yes.
I just thought it was interesting how easily it was to take away pedestrian space. Like if you look by 6th Avenue East, the 600 block of 9th Street or 4th Street, or even the 500 block of 4th Street, as soon as you get close to that area where there's going to be more car traffic, instantly the pedestrians are, it's like get rid of pedestrian space for car space. It's just so easy to, there's no boulevards in those areas at all. But then if you get into the neighborhood, you know, some of the sidewalks are actually really nice. So it's just funny how quick it is to just say, oh, you know, just add another lane and just get rid of the boulevards, who needs them, you know, and that sort of thing.
It certainly shows the priority of...
Knowing that the Grant and the Nettleton school populations are going to be one school at Grant in the near future, probably. It just, and I've walked this twice, once in preparation for today and then again today, and it just really hits me smack upside the face that we really have two neighborhoods that are prevents little children really from easily playing with each other. I'm sure there are ways to do it, and I'm sure families have their children on both sides of 6th Avenue East play together, but it really inhibits the movement across 6th Avenue East and effectively makes two neighborhoods of what should be one.
And you know, to add to that, you know, that park we saw, the closest park to them, that's their closest park, and they have to cross 6th Avenue East to get to it.
I used to live here in Nettleton, and you see a bunch of kids walking home afterwards. They're hyper, they hiked up schools out.
Rob, you talked about the neighborhood. You know, if you've got questions that you have, like, you know, how do things get designed this way? What you've been curious about who else needs to be involved in this. So,
People, especially in bad weather, they're more concerned that they're going to have to stop. So they're racing to get up through that light on the bus street and get around the bus, and literally revving their engines.
All right, what info do you need over here?
They can put those things across the street that count, or you know, to see what's going on there.
Now,
What would it take to get a pedestrian bridge? And I would say at that 6th Street, minimum, that 6th Street intersection.
Where the two gas stations are?
Where those, yeah, okay,
That's the actual hospital helipad.
And this is theirs. This is the old Doherty's.
This whole block, except
right?
for this.
Yeah. Yep, they bought all that.
Right here, in this lot,
Right behind the
right,
dentist?
getting out of work, or coming into work, she felt.
That was before they had this right up here. And one of my kids had piano lessons over here, so he had to get over here.
Be like a little a bump where, you know, an automobile can still go over, but the people, yeah. But another thing is too, there's issues that come in with that, like Public Works, the snow plows are right here, you know, they're all centered right here, so, you know, why would they want to inconvenience themselves with, so it's, you got to work together with people.
Well, they would come over and hit me. And also on 6th,
Really nice artwork.
With an umbilical cord that feeds all the traffic and the cars to the area, and so I don't know, maybe doing something to address that, creating some sort of mandate for, you know, green space or whatever.
Well, this was a community project between Central Hillside and East Hillside to look at making the neighborhood, especially the area around East 4th, 6th Avenue East, and Grant School, pedestrian friendly, easy to walk, safe to walk, and obviously looking forward to when the Nettleton kids are at Grant School, and there's going to be a lot of them, they're going to have to cross 6th Avenue East. We want that to happen in as safe a manner as possible.
Well, we have good priorities now. We have a good idea of where we want to go next with where we want to start to make the hillside a more walkable, safer neighborhood. So, and we haven't. So we have. There's a ton of ideas out there, and now we have an idea of where we want to start, and then move forward with that.